When the main floods were over, the river level dropped back down towards normal. Although the river rarely freezes over, the water temperature is still an icy cold. Like the glacial rivers in the Arctic Circle, the water takes on a unique winter personality. As the sunlight melts the last of the snow, the water temperature falls ever further. The cormorant, a sight hunter, struggles in the cloudy water. He stays to the middle of the river, where it is deepest and where the fish are most likely to be hiding. Although it is only early February, the first tentative signs of spring are here. Canada geese have started to arrive in number, guided here by the stars. All around life begins to stir. The winter flowers push through daffodils and snowdrops. Frogs and newts make their way to ponds and wetlands. The brooks and streams that feed the main river now run clear. Only a few weeks ago, these were under 4 feet of dirty brown water. Crayfish will start to emerge from their winter hiding places, and the sticklebacks will once again dart through the streamer weeds. And it is on one of these tributaries where I begin my day's fishing. I start by trotting a stick float down the main centre channel in around 3 feet of water. I then try the margins where the undercut bank could be hiding a winter chub. The water is brown, the water is still cold, and I don't fancy my chances. In these sub-zero conditions, it is often best to keep moving, to try a few casts in each spot and then move on. I will often walk around a mile upstream, searching out likely looking spots, and in this cold, the walk keeps me warm. After a few more casts in one of my favourite areas, an area that has been kind to me in the past, I am surprised when nothing happens. I slow my float right down. Due to the sub-zero temperatures, the fish will be lethargic, but still nothing happens, so I decide to walk on upstream. I try a few casts in one of my favourite summer areas of the river. I call it the Stile Swim. I say a river, this river is more of a stream. It is even listed in the Domesday Book, which classifies it as a river, with many working mills across its bank in the 15 and 1600s, 10 in total in this area alone. Most of these are now private houses with amazing mill ponds, weirs, sluices and little feeder streams. And sadly, in the most part, fishing is off limits, which is a shame. I learnt to fish on this stretch in the early 90s, and it will always hold a special place in my memory, although a lot has changed since then. The promise of a fish from my first area was not fulfilled, so I move down the road to a different secret stream. This one runs faster and slightly clearer, although it has still been affected by the flood. It runs through a small wooded area, although this pool is caused by a pipe going under a main road. It is actually quite deep, around 5 feet in the main flow. I am standing on a gravel bar, but if I were to walk a metre forwards, I would be up to my shoulders in water. I start by casting my stick float down the slacker looking areas to the side of the main flow, similar to what I was doing before. And it doesn't take long to become connected with a fish, a lively, throbbing, kicking roach. I bring it towards me in the flow, but as I swing him in, he falls off and unhooks himself. Oh well. A few minutes later and I am hooked into something that is fighting much harder. It doesn't feel big, but it's kicking and writhing in the flow and won't come up to the surface. I know from past excursions that this little pool holds Grayling, the lady of the stream. As I bring the fish towards the net and it breaks the surface, I realise the fish is a little trout. Although there is less snow in this area, it is still below zero, so any fish is a bonus. The little fish is stunningly marked and in perfect condition, a truly wild brown trout, and very, very welcome on a day when I expect nothing in return. He is carefully unhooked and returned back unharmed. He kicks and swims away strongly. The thing I love about fishing these wild English streams, that receive little or no attention from other anglers, is that you never know what you're going to catch. The next bite comes from this little bullhead, also known as Miller's Thumb, a true native to our secret streams. He is quickly followed by this pristine dace, which is put back in the water as quick as possible. Although I don't fish this stretch very often, in the past, and I mean in the summer, it has thrown up some real surprises. Sizable barbel and chub, really nice roach, dace, perch, and now it seems bullheads. I'll always prefer this to fishing any stocked fishery, because it's not about catching fish, it's about being outside, being amongst nature, and feeding my curiosity to find out what lives beneath the water. My hands are cold, so it's time for a nice warm cup of tea and a rest. It's tiring catching these tiddlers, you know. While drinking my tea, I switched to ledgering to the side of the main flow, and a shy bite resulted in this lovely little secret stream roach. In perfect condition, he is quickly unhooked and returned. My patience ledgering was eventually rewarded with this old warrior of a roach, a lovely fish from this small body of water. And the best bit, seeing him swim away. I also caught another greedy bullhead, a giant for the species. This was quickly followed by another little brown trout. I do not target trout, as it is out of season for them, and I am mainly a coarse angler, but it is nice to see one and to know they are there. With the temperature now rapidly falling, my hands and feet freezing cold, it seemed the right time to call it a day. As the sun set through the trees, it glistened off the surface of the stream. I've had a great day. I've caught a few fish. Nothing big, but on a day that promised nothing at all, and in these times of lockdown, it's great just to be outside. There was now only one thing left to do. Go home, put the log burner on, and try and thaw out.